What's up YouTube? My name is Brandon, and about 4 to 5 years ago I made a review for this squat rack right here. This is the one that I googled on eBay, and at the time I was looking for a squat rack that was cheap, durable, and that could work for me and so I could get stronger. So I uploaded my first review and I got a lot of feedback. I had over 34,000 views on my YouTube channel for this squat rack, nearly 100 comments, and so I just was really surprised at the feedback that I got from that. When I originally bought this squat rack, there wasn't really anything on the internet, and I think since 4 years have passed, I really wanted to revamp my review of this squat rack, how I use it, and all the little tricks and tips I have for using it safely and effectively. So I do have a lot of questions from the comments. A lot of people said, what is the max height of the rack? For me, I think the max height of the rack is around 5 feet 10 inches. You could really put it up pretty high. Even if you're tall, that's pretty adequate if you're in the 6 foot range. Additionally, I have another questions about the safety bars. To be honest, I really don't use the safety bars for safety with the squat rack. I use the squat rack mainly to get into position for all the lifts for squat and bench. The safeties are kind of just another feature that I really didn't use. So whenever I use a squat rack, I never go out of range of what I could lift. I always lift with a spotter or within my capabilities. And additionally, when I do squat, see the base right here, it's important to either mount weights on that when you're squatting or benching just so it doesn't tip over. One of the comments said you could put it against a wall, which will work, but I still think you should mount the base because I think safety is a priority when using this squat rack. It's not a power rack where you could rely on safety bars to save yourself. So it just takes a little bit more concentration, effort, and care when you're lifting here to do it effectively and safely. But overall, I think it was a good purchase for me. I spent around $77 4 years ago, and I've read one in the comments saying that it was $50 recently, and it's almost 2020 now. So I'd say I've gotten my money's worth out of it, and I've used it safely throughout the years. I currently don't train here too often outdoors. I do have a gym that I go to, but whenever I want to just train at home, this is super convenient for me. I really enjoy the convenience of going to your own backyard, having a place to lift. Additionally, I did purchase a barbell. My barbell is more quality than the squat rack. I felt like when I did purchase my whole setup that I wanted a nice barbell, and the squat rack really didn't matter for me. So I have a Rogue 2.0 bar, and it's been helpful throughout all the years, so I really like that. So if you have any questions, comment below and let me know how this review was. If you're thinking about buying it, hopefully my review will help you decide, but yeah, enjoy the video. Alright guys, so there you go. That's my setup that I use for the bench press. As you can see right behind me, I use a 45-pound plate to mount the bottom, specifically in the front side or more closer towards my feet when I bench press. This is specifically helpful because when you bench and you re-rack the bar, sometimes with that motion, there might be a vector this way that can destabilize the squat rack. So I found that throughout the years, just by putting a 45-pound plate there, I've avoided all trouble with unracking and racking the bar during the bench, so that's my best recommendation. In one of the comments, someone said to use a sandbag, which I thought was really intuitive as well. So anything that you can use to really mount the squat rack would be a safe way, I think, to really bench press. Alright guys, so this is the setup that I use when I bench around 225 pounds. Here I have two 45-pound plates on the bar. So I'm going to show you a demonstration of benching 225 pounds. Here I have an additional 25-pound plate and a 35-pound plate. So altogether I have 60 pounds each side that mount the squat rack, and I'll show you the bench. Alright guys, so I just finished my set of 225 for 5 reps on the bench. Overall, as you guys can see, if you work within your capacity, I feel like it's pretty safe. I mounted the base, and when I re-racked, I was pretty safe. So I recommend to use a spotter if you can't handle a certain weight, because you just always want to prioritize safety, especially in the bench press. Alright guys, so here's the last part of the video I wanted to show you. Here's my setup for the dip bar. If you put the squat stands together and you raise the safety bars to about mid-height, you're able to do dips. So let me show you right here. So there you go. With bench and I think dips and a little bit of extra assistance training, you could really get strong with the squat rack, so I recommend that. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Thank you again for watching. Peace out, and hopefully you guys get a lot of gains.